I think I've known FASD my whole life, but I didn't know it as FASD. Just a dysfunction in our communities. I remember as a little girl wondering, was low academic results and domestic violence and willful behaviour something that only Aboriginal people did? And from my class here, we've had about 5 of my peers commit suicide, and I believe they were on the spectrum. And had they been supported or had the school and services around and their family knew they had a disability, would they still be here today? Well, thank you everyone for coming. Today we're going to speak to you about the Lil One project, which looked at finding out how much kids in Fitzroy, the Fitzroy Valley, were affected by grog, you know, when people are pregnant and they drink. And so when you look at the families you work with, things that have happened from when they were children that haven't been dealt with, that have manifested into, you know, substance abuse, and then having children who have intellectual disabilities because of that. I think that's, you know, we're doing the education around FASD, but I think that's why we call it the FASD and early life trauma strategy, because a lot of the families we're working with, it's a lot of unresolved trauma is why they have these issues. And this one is when, you know, you can drink and your baby looks normal. The problems we have with alcohol in our communities isn't just unique to us, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And that's why I tell them, I said, don't feel like this is just a problem in our community, it's just we're deciding to do something about it. It's not, you know, all FASD kids are in Fitzroy Crossing. There's families in this country that are dealing with this, that are impacted by this, but they don't even know that they've got it. They're putting it down to autism and oppositional defiant disorder, and we have a huge problem. We're just in denial about it. Brain damage. Like, it's everywhere. Everywhere you go, you see advertisements for alcohol, and you know, if we're in the top 5 drinkers of the world, you know, we've never done a prevalence study in Australia other than the one we've done in my town. Who knows the rates? Who knows? We had no education around the effects of drinking during pregnancy. There was no education. So a lot of the women were drinking, but they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know that they were harming their baby, and no mother drinks to harm their baby. Everyone wants a healthy child. Like, you know, just the education we've done over the last 2 years has decreased women drinking from 50% to 15%. And I always think, what's it going to be like in 20 years? We're going to have less children born with this disability. Are we going to have doctors and lawyers and professors coming out of this town? Because we're such, you know, you take away the grog, and there's such resilient, strong people in this town. And without all of these issues, I know they can be so amazing. And it's just this one thing.